Hello, students. This is our first week of class, so I thought I would do a little introductory lecture introducing you to the whole concept of religion. When we talk about religion, we might start by asking, well, what do we mean by religion? Now, the word religion comes from the Latin meaning religere, or to bind together. So my way of understanding this would be to say that religion is about reconnecting. If you think about what binds us together, lig is the root word of ligament. Ligaments bind two bones together, so religion. And religion, if religion is about connecting, making connections, we can wonder, well, what are we connecting? What does religion connect? It connects us with other people, connects us with our life. It connects us with the source of our life, with whatever transcendent power in the universe might exist, whether we call that God or something else. So religion as a way of reconnecting us, both vertically with a higher power, as well as horizontally with others in community and with our environment. It's a way of making a strong and healthy connection within ourselves as well. So it's about connecting us inwardly as well as outwardly and upwardly. There have been many ways of defining religion, and even the scholars over the past century or more have tried to offer definitions which are more or less satisfactory, but perhaps describing religion is better than trying to define it in a formal dictionary sense of the word. So when we go to describe religion, we find that religion actually is multi-valiant. There are many aspects to religion. It isn't just one thing. It isn't just believing in God, for instance, or following the rituals of our religion. It's about those two things plus many others. A scholar by the name of Ninian Smart proposed theory that there are at least 7 dimensions of religion. He says that religion is about doctrine or beliefs, but it's more than just that. Religion is about ritual and practices, but it's more than just that. He also included an experiential or emotional dimension. It's about having a personal experience. Some would say an experience of God or a mystical experience. It's an emotional component to religion that isn't present in, for instance, philosophy. And that might be the most powerful aspect of religion. And the beliefs are an intellectual way of expressing that, and our practices are a physical way of expressing what we're feeling. So we've got beliefs, we've got practices, we've got feelings or emotions. Religion also involves a social component. Almost always religions involve community of some sort, fellowship of fellow believers, such as we find in a church or a temple or a mosque or synagogue. Whether an individual can have a religion by themselves might be debated. Certainly there are a lot of people, and I've had a lot of students say that I'm spiritual, I'm not religious. What that means may be that on a personal level, internally, you have a sense of connectedness to something other than yourself or deeper than yourself. But in terms of a social connection, a membership in a faith, community of faith, that is not present. At any rate, so we have beliefs, practices, feelings, social community. Ninian Smart also noted that religion involves ethics, a moral dimension, the do's and the don'ts of a religion, a moral code, or a set of values by which we live. Things like the Golden Rule, for instance, or the Ten Commandments. There is also a narrative dimension of religion. The sacred texts, or even stories, even if they're not written down, the mythology of a religion, the historical narrative, stories about the birth and death and life of the founders of the religions, the historical stories that make the religion into what it is today. So beliefs, practices, emotions, community, morals and ethics, narrative. And the last dimension that Ninian Smart talked about was the material dimension, the physical stuff of religion, the buildings and the sacred objects that we use in our rituals and that serve the community. So we can describe religion as having these various elements of religion, the 7 dimensions of religion. And as you go on to study the specific religions in this course, you might think about how does this religion express or manifest these 7 dimensions? What are the beliefs? What are the practices? What is the moral code or values that this religion holds dear? What kind of structure does the community, the sacred community, hold? And what kind of experiences does the religion motivate in us? What are the sacred texts? What are the narrative stories that the religion tells to inspire us? And what kind of material substances, structure, stuff does the religion have? What does it look like? So I'll leave you with those thoughts to start out your study of religion. What does the word religion mean? And how do we describe religion? What does religion look like? The 7 dimensions of religion. And be sure to read through the material in your textbook and whatever online resources I've linked to in the course site to get more insight into this whole question of just what is religion, and for that matter, what are the different religions in the world. I'll try and leave another note like this each week, and I hope that maybe you'll have some response, and if you want to discuss any of this, just post some questions for thought in the Ask the Professor discussion forum on the course site. Good luck with this week's studies, and don't forget your introductory reflections paper, your Religion and Me essay, that serves to introduce me to you and your experience and familiarity with religion, or lack thereof.